Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is one of my galactic download readings. Now I haven't done, and I'm not going to do, a reading for the Jupiter Saturn Conjunction. Mainly because it's such a big thing. And my style of reading is a little more is a little more specific, at least I like to think it is. So with the Jupiter Saturn conjunction, just thinking, even on the most basic level, the smallest level, never mind this mutation into air, and like a culmination and re-beginning of an 800-year cycle or of a 200-year cycle, it's still a 20-year cycle. So the changes that will announce are a big thing. And they're a long-term thing. Now, you've seen a show with myself and David Fischer, the astrologer, discussing, what was it we called it, 2020 season finale, looking at the solar eclipse that just went yesterday, to the conjunction itself, but smack bang in the middle of this, the Sun conjuncts the Galactic Centre. Now, the way I'm seeing this is the eclipse is certainly helping to reveal things and to literally eclipse things, get them out of the way. And so this particular galactic download, I mean, it happens this time every year. The Sun at 27 degrees Sagittarius something. It happens with a regularity, but with it being so tight in between the total, and I emphasize total, solar eclipse and the Jupiter Saturn conjunction, mutation into air, and all the other things that we discussed on the show, oh, link in the description down below just in case, then this download promises to be a good one, setting us up, one would hope, if one can receive the energies. And I'm not saying anybody can't, it's just some people may be a little more attuned than others. But the energies will find a way, as they always do. Energy is like water, it will find its way. And that's completely thrown me from what I was going to say. Yeah, right, that's it. Setting us up for the huge thing of this conjunction, of the great conjunction that's coming up. And now that is a more now thing. That is something that, even though I'm using oracle cards more than the tarot, that is something that we can look at that matches the lifespan of a YouTube video on this subject. Because the Jupiter Saturn conjunction, yeah, I don't think people are still going to be watching it in 2 months' time, never mind 19 years' time, as they come to the end of the effect of it. So this one is a lot more here and now. So as ever, there is links in the description below, as I said, for the 2020 season finale video that I did with David, for the Lunar Eclipse playlist. Your monthly playlist will be on the channel page. Is there any more videos I need to add to the description? Obviously, I haven't written it yet. I can't think so, but if I think of anything else, I'll put it down there. And there is the link to the Facebook page for this channel, as ever. Come and join the fun. I post these videos. I post the astrology weather forecast type videos that I'm watching. Not always on time, but then, you know, I watch it, then I post it. Or I watch it on my mobile phone, then get to my computer and post it, because for some reason I can't post it through my phone. Go figure. As ever, please do comment down below if the reading is appropriate to you, because I like to know that these readings, how can I put it, that they get home, that they get to wherever they are supposed to be. Because I do not imagine in the slightest that when I read for a zodiac sign, I'm reading for 1/12 of the population. It's for whoever sees it and whoever it's useful for. As ever, general reading rules apply. Roles can get reversed if another person appears in the reading, although with the spread that I'm planning, I don't think that'll happen. Timing is far from absolute, but as I've just discussed, the effect should be a little more now on the back of the eclipse, well, both eclipses. Oh yeah, solar eclipse listing down below. Never mind the lunar one, although that'll be there as well. But these are it's a beautiful energetic process, and it's getting towards the end of the year. We are getting out of 2020, and the 21st of December, the solstice. So we're going into a new astrological year. Can't wait, to be honest. So yeah, comment down below. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber. Please subscribe. Please like the video if you do like the video, and if you don't, tell me why. You know, put it in the comments. Be nice, obviously, because I will delete any nasty comments or spam comments, which I seem to get a lot of. So if you see any ones with like a time signature and going, oh, I really like you, or whatever it is that they're putting at the minute, then I haven't got around to deleting the spam yet, and YouTube hasn't caught it up. Right, so the reading is for the sign in the title. It's a bulk introduction. There will be a timestamp, as ever, in the description, so that you can watch your sun, your moon, and your rising. Probably not in that order. Sun, rising, moon, I would go. But with all this moon energy with the eclipses, the moon one is just, I think, just as important this time. Okay, let's bring up your cards. So Scorpio, it looks to me like there is a shift of focus coming up for you. You've got loads of new beginning stuff going on here. We start with the first card being clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, followed from the Moonology deck with a new start is coming. But it's all connected. That's one thing that this Magic Stream card is there to remind you. Although your focus is shifting from one thing to another, let's see if I can get that into focus. There we go. Although your focus is being shifted from one thing to another, they are linked. And there is something that appears to be coming back from the past. Certainly with this Six of Cups card, clarifying Penelope as reunion. Penelope, if I remember correctly, that was the wife of Odysseus, who had to wait for Odysseus to come back, and in the meantime fight off all of these suitors that were coming for a hand in marriage, and she had to keep them occupied. But it's this second column of the reading that really grabs my interest. Conclusions are within reach and a new start is coming, followed so closely by the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a new beginning coming that you are starting now, but it is arriving truly out of the remains of whatever situation you're in right now. Which, with this assessing card, so it's number 9, it's a rebirth card, first quarter moon, which for me it's moon equinox, not as in you know, the calendar, but literally half and half, first quarter. And that half and half theme is run through as well, with the Two of Pentacles at the end here, indicating balance. But as you study your current situation, you are both tidying up the current one and laying the foundations of the next one. And this, I believe, will include something coming around from the past, or someone coming around from the past, or something as in, you know, when I was 7, I wanted to be a train driver, and now I'm applying for a train driver's job. You know, it could be that bizarre or mundane, however way you look at it. But I think there is some link with the past that is setting up in a positive way the next phase in your life, which is both drawing something to a close and opening up that next phase. But it takes tender care, careful tending to it. That was what I was trying to say, careful tending, because you can get a harvest out of this, But you have to, if you're balancing so many things, you're certainly balancing some facts, some truths, maybe balancing some actual internal truth. That's some realization that comes along here, because this second to last column, planting seeds from the Gateway Oracle cards, seeds of grace are being planted in my soul. Although with this link to the past, I say some of those seeds may have been planted a long time ago, or recent events have planted the seed that makes you then look at something from a long time ago in a new light. And this is clarified by the Queen of Cups, who in this particular deck always tells me that, yeah, this dream that we're all working towards, that we're all chasing after, it's got secrets, it's got added, you know, it is the Kinder Surprise of life ambitions. You know, you don't know what is in the little egg in the middle of it. And we also have this clarified by the King of Pentacles. This is a very, very practical time of your life, which figures, if you're Scorpio rising, this is happening in your second house. This is all about your assets, your finance, those things that you value, and certainly value if we're starting with the concept of assessing and we are finishing with truth and balance, that sense of balance, and plus Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the two. This is material, this is money, this is things that are 3D real, but the value that you are assigning to them is a little more than just 3D value, because they are giving you access to either some form of truth about yourself, or maybe some form of cosmic truth, but certainly some form of truth about what really lights your soul up. I nearly said what really lights your soul on fire, but that's probably the wrong way to say it. What really lights you up, or you know, what sets you on fire in a sort of Disco Inferno fashion. Now, this is something where every step you take here needs to be very carefully measured and thought out. So it's not just, oh, this has happened, I must do this. It's, oh, that's happened. Let me just think about that for a moment and work through all the options. But certainly this, I'm never normally one to say, oh, the link with the past, it's brilliant. The Six of Cups card for me is normally more negative than positive, but here I feel really, really positive about it, especially when we have that magic stream here, which is a card that actually says, do not forget. In fact, let me read this out because it will make my point. No, wrong book. What is it? Card number 18. But basically it talks about, here we are, how everything is connected. So every experience you have seems to have its own life story with a beginning, middle and end. However, there is dangers in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity in a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember that you are part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for greater inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. Now that seems to have been a theme for some of these readings for the Galactic Download, but then of course the Galactic Download would be all about community, especially with the upcoming Jupiter and Saturn conjunction moving into Aquarius, which is about community. So since the Galactic Download is, in my eyes, going to be preparing us for this big next 20-year shift, 200-year shift, 800-year shift, then then the fact that the community aspect is there is no surprise. But more importantly, the fact that you are being called just to be a little Virgo about things. Actually, this came up in another reading for somebody else. But yeah, be a little Virgo about things. Just measure. And is this right? Is this worth it? Is this... does this have value? So I think the answer that you will find is that something that you had not necessarily thought had value from the past actually does, and in a big way. All right, cheers.